Yeah. Well, I read this, so forgive me for trying to put on a little bit of a mask to get through it. How do you say goodbye to someone who is as much a part of your world as the sun, and whose sudden absence has left you bewildered, and feeling like a great light has gone out of your life, leaving you cold, alone, forlorn, almost too deeply saddened for words? We've lost our son, our little brother, who we had surrounded by love. For his infectious grin, beautiful face, sparkling wit, by compassion for his frequent childhood illnesses and terrible allergies, and by a continuous avalanche of hugs, as only those of you who come from hugging families can know. If you loved Karl, you know that he felt your love for him deeply, pulled it into his heart, and then gave it back to you with interest. By adding warmth, wisdom, and wit, care, concern, and compassion, and pulling you into that great teddy bear hug that was his life. He was, to many of us, that friend we always hoped we would find and then did find in him. How do you even begin to let go of that great soul that listened to you, cared for you, cherished you, and helped you? First, you remember, maybe even write down, all your fondest memories of him, the pains and joys you shared with him. As you remember, you store up those feelings of friendship, gratitude, affection, and warmth until your heart is bursting, until it's leaking out your pores, welling from your eyes, rolling down your cheeks. Then you carry it with you out of this building into the world, and also carry it forward down the paths that life takes you. And you give it all away. In the words of the song, you shower the people you love with love. You show them the way that you feel. And when you die, as we all must one day, your life will have been your long goodbye to Karl. For you will have sprinkled the very essence of his being into the waters of the world. Don't worry about your well ever running dry, for the magical thing about love is that in giving it away, it only grows. You also say goodbye through letting go of your anger. It is a negative emotion. If you feed your anger and give it free rein in your life, it will not only consume you, but like antimatter, it will spread out into the world around you and annihilate all the love it touches. As love is selfless, giving and forgiving, anger is selfish, withholding and grudge-bearing. Karl did not choose to leave us. He wanted more than anything to stay with us. Love his wife, Jess, his son, Elliot, his family, his friends, and teach generations of students. There is no point in being angry at Karl. There is also no point in being angry at Karl's heart for giving out, because all hearts eventually do, and they were not designed to beat forever. Besides, his heart was so full of love that if love alone could have kept it beating, he would have been immortal. There is also no point in being angry at God, though when we are hurting the most, we often lash out at him first. It makes as much sense as hitting Daddy when he's trying to comfort you. God didn't take Karl from us. He lent him to us for a few short years. Though hearts are mortal and always have a first beat and a last beat, souls are forever. And as little pieces of God, who is also forever, they breathe his love into the world and are then drawn back into him. After all, was not Karl's heart we fell in love with. It was his soul. And that loving soul can never die. It simply always was and always will be. So finally you say goodbye to Karl by knowing that you don't really have to say goodbye to him because he didn't really go anywhere. He is still inside of us, grinning out at the world through our eyes. He's still looking down on us, grinning through God's eyes. And when time ends for us and eternity continues, he will be there to welcome us. Not as one who has been waiting, but as a fellow soul we knew and loved before, during, and after this veil of tears called life. Karl, I can't wait to talk with you again.